Hello, my fellow warriors of light. Welcome to another current energy update for March 10th, 2021. Today's episode, I want to talk to you all about how it's testing season on the Earth plane and how that's what we're really going through right now. Over the last couple of weeks, I felt like things have kind of come into station. They've kind of evened out, but the challenges are still there. And it was as if I was so connected to my light family. I was so connected to my higher self and meditating and getting all these channels and all this information, and all of a sudden it was like, "Ooh." And in the past, these times would kind of concern me because again, I'm a perfectionist. So as soon as something happens, oh, what did I do wrong? But what I'm realizing is that they kind of throw us into the deep end in a way. I'm going to put a hat on right now. It's a little windy. It's a little windy out. Sorry. They throw us into the deep end. We have our swimmies on. We're not going to drown. They're right behind us. But they like to throw us into the deep end every once in a while and see how we do. And over the last 2 years, as they throw me into the deep end, I've become better at dealing with the chaos that ensues. So I was going through something. I reached out to somebody. I put it in my last video. I reached out to somebody and a point of weakness, and I looked outside myself for answers. And when you're in a fifth dimensional being, there are no answers outside yourself because you are everything that has been, will be, and is, basically, right? I went external for answers. I didn't get the answer I wanted. I got triggered, and then I felt like I was being punished. The universe doesn't punish us, it just teaches us lessons. And I find out that a lot of times they throw us in the deep end after a perceived failure, because then it puts us right in the right human drama, in the right mindset to freak out a bit. That will actually force us to figure it out, to force us to surrender, to let go, to accept, to learn whatever lesson it is that we're meant to be learning. And that's why I wanted this current energy update to be about Earth School and being about midterms. My buddy told me he's taking his midterms this week, which I vomited in my mouth a little bit, remembering my times in college of taking midterms or even taking tests in school. It was just not a very fun time. And then I started to think about the Lori Ladd video I watched the other day, where she was talking about a message for humanity and how we are all anchored into 5D already, and that there's a lot of us playing into 3D right now because we don't believe we're in 5D, therefore perpetuating old programs that aren't actually helping us for where we've come and how far we've evolved. And all these different ideas came together with this video idea about us basically taking our midterms right now. We're taking the year 2021 midterms in the spring semester. So if you're feeling a little sluggish, if you're feeling a little exhausted, if you're feeling a little at your wit's end, like you don't have the same connection to the divine, you're struggling more, you're more frustrated, it's because they need to be this way right now. They need to show us how far we've come. And a lot of times we get tested to see how far we can go before we break. And I don't mean break mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I mean until we finally just stop doing what it is that we're doing. We stop being stubborn. We stop trying to do it our way. And we finally heed the signs and synchronicities from the universe. And then the lessons come, we heed them, and then we move on to our next stage of abundance. Something that my family has manifested in the last month is a new house. We've been wanting to become landlords. We've been wanting to help my mom out. She's getting ready to retire. And so she wanted to become a landlord. She wanted to have her retirement money, but then she wanted to have extra money coming in. An opportunity came, we jumped on it, and boom, we're manifesting it. But that doesn't come without its own discomforts. It doesn't come without its own chaos. It doesn't come without its own triggers. Just in this last month, 2 months, I've grown so much just from this situation. And that's something I started to realize, is that if you're starting to see things move in your life, you're starting to see things get disrupted, you're starting to get a little, disheveled, it's because it's time. It's time for us to grow. It's time for us to move forth in our life. And that means that the comfort areas that we've been in, the areas that have helped us heal, that have helped us grow, to help us get to this point, are soon going to be the things that hold us back. And only when we deny ourselves from what's happening on the universe, what's happening in our universe, and we don't heed the signs and synchronicities, we don't listen to our intuition, we don't follow the divine blueprint that we've created for ourselves, that's when suffering begins, because we're not listening to ourselves and we're holding on to something that's no longer serving us. That's what this test is all about. What is serving you right now? And what isn't serving you? What can you let go of right now to free up space within to bringing more abundance from without? What moves do you need to be making today that you're putting off until tomorrow? And what tests are you going through right now, do you see? What little trials are you being given that's allowing you to see what the next move is going to be? Because that's what's happening. Summers abound, and right after summer is the fall. It's harvest season. And harvest season is a very much more literal this year than it has been in any other year. If you plant your seeds this spring, if you follow the signs and synchronicities from the universe, if you heed your divine intuition, I promise you, by this literal fall, by this autumn, by this harvest season, you will be harvesting more abundance, because it's time for the warriors of light like ourselves to step up, to stand out, and to lead. And the only way we can lead others is if we first lead ourselves. And that's why this current energy update is all about graduating Earth School, or at least graduating from these midterms we're going through right now. The Earth is being blasted with more energy. We had 2 days off. I got I got a good rest in this weekend. I couldn't help it. I slept and slept and slept. Much deep rest. The Schumann's been going off the charts. And again, every time I start hearing owls down here, I know that it's preparing us for another download. It's time for us to anchor more light into the planet so that we can continue to raise the vibrations. Because if you have not noticed, your will and need to pay attention to all the drama is falling by the wayside, because there's more humans that are doing it for us now. The time for us to transmute the darkness is coming to a close. And that's another reason why we're going through these midterms. Another reason why we're going through this spring cleaning and shedding all of the programs and all the crap that's no longer serving us, is because we're no longer going to be in those roles anymore. We're no longer going to be the ones transmuting the darkness. We're no longer going to be the ones jumping into foxholes with people. We are now going to be the ones leading those who've already transmuted their darkness into their new areas of life. We're going to be the ones developing the new cities of lights, the new programs, the new courses, the new educational systems, new institutions. That is what we are meant to do, and that is what we're going to do. And that is why it is so difficult for us right now, and why it feels like the universe is on our backs, is because it's forcing us to evolve. It's forcing us to grow, and it's time. You're ready. I'm ready. Because you know how I know that? Is because the universe is telling us it. We're never going to feel ready inside. We're never going to believe that we're ready. I don't feel that I'm ready to make this move. I don't feel physically ready to start moving things and doing all that. But guess what? The universe knows I'm ready. And I trust the universe now inherently. And I trust God. And I've been asking for abundance. And I've been asking for a new place to take myself into this next season and take my healing to the next level. And I found it. And it's only 6 minutes down the road from me. Abundance comes in so many different ways, and abundance comes from other people. We have to be ready and willing to receive. And that's the message I want to leave this with. That is the message. That is the test of this new season. Are you ready to receive? Are you ready to let go of the old programs and mindsets and systems of living that are no longer serving you, so that you can receive the abundance that the universe has been waiting to give us? That is what this midterm is all about. And that is what this energy report is all about. And that is where my focus is what are the solutions to the issues we're seeing today, not just externally, but internally? How can you be better today than you were yesterday? How can you heal a little more today than you were healed yesterday? And how can you love for yourself, care for yourself, and listen to yourself some more about what's going on in your life, what's going on the earth plane, and trusting that intuition, trusting your divine blueprint, trusting yourself and all the healing and evolution that you've done already this year, the years before, and now walking into the new saga of your existence as the warrior of light, without needing anger or resentment or bitterness or any of those 3D feelings and emotions to dictate any aspect of your sojourn. I hope you all gain a little bit of clarity on your path today. I hope you get a little bit further on your journey. I hope you can bring in a little bit more love into your heart, so that you can see that every time it feels like you're being punished, you're just being tested. And if you can take a step back and you can stop, you can breathe, you can ask, you can listen, and then trust what's coming to you, you can then adjust course and adapt. And when you can adapt and overcome anything in your life, then there are no obstacles anymore. There are just situations, and there are just solutions. And that's where we need to be now, because we have to be the beacons for the rest of the humans waking up, For the rest of the humans that are waking up that have not reached their beingness yet, we have to be those beacons, because we cannot do it with just words. We have to do it with action. If you want to support my work, hit that like button. If you want to join the Army of Energy, hit that subscribe button. I got a Telegram channel you can check out in the links below. If you want to talk to me about dirt and how humic and fulvic acid can help you with these ascension systems and also help take you and detox you into the next level of your life, hit me up. If you want to learn how frequency healing can help clear all the trauma from your body, help you with any condition, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, and help you deal with those symptoms and actually heal your energetic body, hit me up. And if you want to come on this show and you want to tell your story about ascension, and if you want to talk about your current energy report, hit me up. It's called the Army of Energy for a reason. It is a community that I am building. It isn't about me. It'll be about me if it has to be, because I know people like to have people to look towards for things, but in reality, this is our community. It's time. We have to come together. We have to come together now, because when we bring our energy together, man, there's nothing we can't do. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you have an even better evening. I love you all so much. I'm so proud of you, and I'll see you again sometime soon. Take care, and goodbye.